Hello, today's date is March 12th, 2008. It's about 11 p.m. and I want to go over my workout today. Today I was scheduled to run a workout for 30 minutes, and the way they had it scheduled, it was really interesting. It was one of those speed workouts. They wanted me to run the first 30 seconds per minute at a 5:36 per mile pace, which is about 10.25 miles per hour, and then you go up or raise or lower the speed to 8.8 miles per hour, which is a 6:52 pace approximately. Alternate that every 30 seconds for the entire 30 minutes. I decided to modify that workout. The first thing I decided to modify was the fact is I didn't want to keep changing the speeds every 30 seconds. It was too irritating, so I decided to go every minute instead. The second thing that I decided to do was add a 7 mile per hour minute in between. So instead of it being every minute changing the speed between 6:52 and 5:36 per mile, I decided to add a third minute in, making it a three minute cluster set. So instead of being 30 minutes, it was actually a 45 minutes. So the workout, I burned off 776 calories, ran 6.61 miles, ran for 45 minutes. I took two small breaks, 2 4-minute breaks at the 15 and 30 minute mark. And what it basically worked out was I ran 15 minutes at 7 miles per hour, 15 minutes at 8.7 miles per hour, and 15 minutes at 8.6 miles per hour. And my treadmill, as I've said before, is a little bit fast. That's why I was able to go slightly like a mile per hour below the requirement for the 8.7. Technically 8.7 miles per hour is really 8.8 miles per hour on my treadmill. And 10.6 is really about 10.25 or 10.7. I take that back. The 5:36 pace is actually 10.7 miles per hour. It's a little bit faster than that. But anyways, I put on here a recap. Great sprint speed running. You were actually required to only run 15 minutes at a 5:36 pace and 15 minutes at a 6:52 pace, alternating every 30 seconds, total 30 minutes. However, you added the 7.0 mph or mile per hour in the sets to act as a cushion, thus allowing you to complete the requirements, the end. You know what, when I added this is something I want to tell you guys. When you have a requirement in a workout, and let's say, for instance, that you're reading a workout manual to run a certain speed, and they say, well, we want you to run for 30 minutes, alternating every minute at 8 to 9 miles per hour, 8 to 9 miles per hour, 8 to 9 miles per hour, and they want you to do that for 30 minutes. Well, if that seems like it's too much for you to handle, and you want to what call cushion the run, you can actually add an extra minute in there, and of course you'll have to elongate or lengthen the run 15 or 20 minutes depending on what the amount of time they want you to run. Like, let's say, for instance, in this particular run they wanted me to run for 30 minutes. Well, in order to make it so that I complete the requirements of doing everything like they said, I'd have to add 15 minutes at 7 miles per hour and do that every 3 minutes. And so it allows me to kind of cushion the run, and it spreads out the run further, but it allows me to do the run. It just takes a little bit longer. And it was a great run. I averaged 6:48 per mile according to this. Actually, I probably averaged about 6:43 or 44 per mile based on the fact that my treadmill's fast. And I like that it's fast. I'd rather have it be fast than slow. I've got some somewhat good news. I haven't called up this one person, but I'm going to call up this party that's responsible for the Boston Marathon, and there's a good chance that I'm going to get into this thing. So tomorrow you will have an answer as to whether or not I got into the Boston Marathon. And if it is, I'm going to soak myself $1,000 in debt to do it, because I thought, man, I still can freaking do this run. I know I can do it. And and I weighed out at 146.8 pounds. Boy, have I lost weight. I drank a couple beers yesterday. By the way, the reason I scratch my ear in these videos is every time I get out of the shower, I get water in my ears, and it's like either itches or I've got water in there. So if you ever see my finger in my ear, I only do that when I get out of the shower. If you don't shower after one of these long runs, it's like your sweat dries up and it's like crusty salt on your body. It's awful. It's the worst way to go to bed at night. I've done it a couple times and it's just bad. So you got to shower and be clean. So But anyways, I rate out at 146.8 pounds, and I'm so proud of myself because I'm losing weight like crazy, and I'm healthy, and I'm even on. The other night I was eating at 12 midnight, and I was talking to my buddy on the phone, and he said to me, "Oh, you're eating late at night," and I says, "Jerry, you forget that," and that's a fictitious name. His name's not Jerry. I'm protecting the innocent. I said, "Jerry, you forget that I burn off anywhere between 800 or 500 to 1,000, 2,000 calories every time I run." And he goes, "Oh, you're right." So this eating late at night isn't so bad if you exercise, because who really, the calories don't know the difference. There's no, there's 24 hours in a day, which is all arbitrary. You can work out as long as you have a schedule that you can get things done and you do it. So it works out perfectly. And by the way, if you have not seen my videos on my opinions, it was called Positive Thinking, the Pros and Cons, Part 1 and 2. I'd recommend you see those videos. I decided to kind of get a little bit, decided to voice my opinion of what I think of positive versus negative thinking, and the myths of positive thinking as well, because everybody seems to think that positive thinking is the answer, and it's really not. I wasn't positive. I don't think I'm going to be positive when I run the St. Malachi 5-miler this Saturday on the 15th of March. I'm going to be very stressed out about it, but guess what? Whether I'm positive or negative doesn't change the fact that I'm going to do good on it, or I hope. So, anyways, that's about that. So, sorry if I got into the details of this run and it makes you confused. I might start taking more editing time and start putting the workout I did on here, because it's confusing when I say I ran 30 seconds at such and such and moved. But these things are very important. There's always a reason why I tell you why I ran the distance that I ran, and it's to show you that you can modify your workouts and still get the same workout in and feel good about yourself. Boy, I'll tell you, when I was doing that 10.6 miles per hour, which is really like a 10.7, it is like major fast. It feels like I'm sprinting. There's no way I could run. I'm not a sprinter. I'm definitely a long distance runner. Sprinters they train totally different than long distance runners, and sprinters are two different animals. Sprinters do a lot of leg. They do probably pump iron on their legs. They have to do something different. There's no way that sprinters like Jackie Joyner Kersey or the late Flojo, Florence Griffin Joyner, there's no way that those runners, or Carl Lewis or whatever, there's no way that those runners just did the type of workouts we do. They must have really pumped iron on those legs, and it's a different animal be doing sprinting versus long distance and medium distance running. So, okay, I'm out of here. Today's date is March 12th, 2008, and thanks for taking the time to watch my video. Bye-bye.